All right, folks, I believe we are live. Give it a few seconds here. All right, we are live on MKW's YouTube and Facebook. This is Chinese Wrestling Sit Down, where we sit down with wrestlers and personalities from within and out of China. We get a more in-depth look at who they are and their unique stories that made them become prime candidates as our focus features right here on Chinese Wrestling Sit Down. I am back once again. I am Leung, and with another episode, and we have another great guest today or tonight, wherever you may be. So he is the owner of VPW, Vietnam Pro Wrestling, formerly known as Saigon Pro Wrestling Club. He is the current VPW champion. He is Rocky Huynh. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Rocky, how are you doing, man?
Yes, I'm doing good right now. Thank you, Al, and welcome everyone to the show. And I'm so happy right now on the show.
All right, so let's start it off. How did you meet Adrian, and how did this relationship between MKW and VPW start?
We met on Facebook, and yes, I remember back then we just a small club, and we have no show. Yes, just do training.
Oh, yeah, just
And
training.
yeah.
How did so when you initially met Adrian on Facebook, like I don't know, how did the conversation start? Do you want to have a relationship with MKW, or do you want to bring some guys over, or how did it work?
Back then I would just want to connect with at many as possible the promoter or wrestlers in our region. So I just want to make friends, and luckily I met him. So we discussed a lot about exchange wrestler.
Oh, yeah, that's great. So I actually don't know too much about like the pro wrestling scene in Vietnam, because obviously in Japan is huge there. In China, they love like John Cena and Randy Orton. Like how's the pro wrestling scene in Vietnam? Is there WWE shown? Is there pro wrestling? How did you
Yes,
discover?
everybody in Vietnam, they knows about wrestling through cable TV. They show WWE.
Oh, okay.
Yes, in my time, we watch Thai channel. It's a True Sport. Yeah, from Thailand. And from my time until now, we got a Vietnamese broadcaster here in Vietnam that they show WWE here.
Oh, okay. Wow. It's amazing. Yeah, I don't hear too much about the wrestling scene in Vietnam. So what are like who watches wrestling over there? It's like what kind of demographic? Is it like all men or children? Like who watches wrestling, do you think, in Vietnam?
Everyone, more of them are from 16 to 40.
Oh,
Yes,
really?
I think. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. All right, let's get into the Vietnamese local wrestling scene. Just to remind everybody, we are live here on Facebook and YouTube, MKW. And if you guys want to send in your questions, we'll be answering some of that later on. So make sure you send in your questions for Rocky. So let's see, what do we have here? So you had some Japanese legends, let's just say, mentors that came to Vietnam. Um, were they there to train, or what were they doing there? What any memories from that?
Yes, my mentors, they are Misu Yoshida and Fugo Jumeji. They before they met me, they just did a show. Is a festival. Yes, for a festival show. So I contact them. I contacted them, and now they train us to become a real wrestler. Just because they are not here for a long time, they just uh, came here and back to Japan, and then they came back here. So we are on our, most of the time.
Mm. So after that, the training that you had, what made you decide that you want to start Saigon Pro Wrestling Club and eventually turn it to VPW that led to like the huge revolution in Vietnam?
Yeah, we started the SPWC before we met them.
Mm. All
So
right.
so then right after we met them and we did a show in the festival. It's not in Ho Chi Minh City. It's in Da Nang. So I want to bring that to Ho Chi Minh City where we live. So we try a lot of things to do get bigger first, and then we wanted to make shows. But in the beginning, it's really hard to do a show. So uh, until I traveled to Thailand and I learned how they make a show. So I came back to Vietnam and I copy the
Mm.
the idea. So
Uh,
we make a show, just a match show. Yes.
yeah, that's a story about we're about to uncover that you guys actually had shows without a ring and you had match shows. So tell us what kind of other than festivals and stuff, what kind of spaces you guys use to create like the mat and the wrestling atmosphere.
Yeah, is we just need a space. Yeah,
Mhm.
like in a studio or a bar, um, any kind of space that big enough for a show, we can do it because we just want to give everyone the experience about live wrestling.
Mhm.
Yes.
So I heard from Adrian that you guys actually use like big cans and ropes and stuff. Is that true?
Yes, it is. Is were a setup for a TV show. Um, and then later that show, a bar they want to have us on the night. So they do the same thing. They set up the same thing on television. So if it's just a mat and four big can. It's for corner.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh wow! So these match shows actually got pretty popular. Even Adrian MKW decided to bring Zombie Dragon in for a show or two, I believe. What are the experiences with having MKW guys on your show?
It was our honor, and we are really happy when he decided to bring his wrestlers to Vietnam to help us because right here in Vietnam, the Vietnamese fans they haven't got a chance to see a wrestler from outside Vietnam. Yes, so that was a big chance for everyone.
So Zombie Dragon also helped train some of your guys, right?
Yep.
Any stories about Zombie Dragon?
He's really a nice guy, But
Nice.
yeah, uh, um, because I can tell much about him because he really uh, his gimmick is so separate from his personality. You know, it just a two person. So we really happy. We're really happy that day because I spent a whole day to pick everyone up at the airport. Yeah, so it I have no member in my team that available for that day, so I did everything. So that day were exhausted, but I was so happy.
Yeah, that's what the owner of a wrestling promotion sometimes does in the beginning. Had to do a lot of stuff. So we
Yes.
are yeah. So we are live on Facebook and YouTube. We're here with Rocky Huynh. Hopefully I pronounced that right. So we're about to take some questions from our fans here, Rocky's fans. Are any questions here? Okay, here we go. From YouTube, DJM, how long have you been the VPW champion?
Till now is about 340 now. 340 days. I remember.
Yeah, roughly around there, but who's counting, right?
Yeah.
All right, thank
Because
you, DJM. Yeah, sorry.
Because I won the titles on the show that Adrian he brought the member of MKW to Vietnam.
Oh, good times. All right, next question.
Who did you defeat?
Yeah, who did you beat for to become the champion?
My nemesis, long time enemy and friends, Sid Nguyen. He a really nice guy and really good. He was the first VPW champion.
All right, next question. From A16 Adam Walker from YouTube, who is your ideal opponent and what kind of match would you want to face in them in?
Who is my ideal opponent?
Your dream opponent and what type of match, I guess.
Yes, my dream opponent right now is JDL of Philippines.
All right,
And
that's a challenge to him. What kind of match?
just a single match, just a normal match because I'm not good at all. so let's take it back to basic, you know.
Yeah, the basic. All right.
I had a chance to spar with him back in 2018. Yeah. We met and we trained together, and I really like that guy.
Awesome. Okay. Any more questions? All right, from the boss himself, Adrian Gomez. So was Dick Togo a part of the original group of Japanese wrestlers that came to Vietnam?
Yep. He was the guy with my mentor, Misu Yoshida. But later, they found a new Vietnam Pro Wrestling, but like 4 or 5 months later, they disbanded. So I haven't had a chance to meet Togo until last year when he came to Vietnam for a festival show.
All right, hope that answers the question. Okay, I guess that's all the questions for now. So keep sending them in for Rocky. So we're gonna move on here. So yeah, we're gonna talk about this huge story. I feel so Viva Van, a Vietnamese wrestler from America, she really helped you guys out. She used her platform to get you guys like a wrestling ring, I believe, right? So to help get the word out of VPW. So how did that all come about?
First, she watched a documentary about us on YouTube, and then she watched many match of us. So she contact us. She contact me, and then we keep in touch for a long time. So then one day, right after I returned from MKW show, I contact her and I said that like how about we do a fundraising to get a ring, because I really want to do this, and I really want to use all of my relationship in the business right now, and I hope I can use yours. So let do this together. And she was really happy to help us because she wanted to do it like for a long time, you know. So that's how it's done.
So tell me more about this documentary. Like, what is it about?
It's a documentary about us. Like it was nearly 4 years ago. A guy, he is a British director. He live in Vietnam right now. So he wants to help us first. So he did a documentary about us, how it's training, and how we decided to be the first wrestlers of Vietnam, because back then there was no wrestling here, only on TV, only WWE, nothing. So we training on the ring, not a wrestling ring. It was a boxing ring, MMA ring. Yes, many kind of ring that hurt you.
Yeah, very hard, right? So what is the documentary called? Where can we? You said you can find it on YouTube. So what's the title of the documentary that we can maybe we check it out?
The title is the First Wrestlers, uh, from the channel of Luis Corralo.
Okay, awesome. All right, so after the GoFundMe for the ring started, how did you feel? Like truthfully, that going into it, like did you think that's going to be as big as it's going to be? And after you passed the goal, how did you feel after that? Must have been overwhelming.
It really is, because at first, uh, right after 3 days, we announced the campaign. We got like nearly 500 US dollar, and that is unbelievable to me, because we I thought this would be longer, like 6 months or nearly a year, but we just finished everything like in 1 month and 1 week. Yes.
Oh wow, that's very impressive. So I don't know if you know the answer to this question, but who were the donors mostly? Were they mostly Americans or people from other countries or?
Yes, they are from American, and some of them um, they didn't show their identity.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I just know feel about them, because uh, the owner of the campaign is Viva.
Mm.
Yeah. So I remember like the most is were 500 and 400 US dollar. That's a lot.
Yeah, it must be a lot. So yeah, shout out to Viva. Hopefully she's watching. So the first, you guys got the ring, and then you had the first ring show, and then you guys renamed yourselves to VPW. Huge steps for you guys. Tell me a few stories about the first ring show that you guys had.
Yeah, the first ring show, it was a historic night for all of us, for the wrestlers and the fans, because like it was the first ever ring show here in Ho Chi Minh City. So we have to put everything up together, and it's really hard, because we lost our training uh, place for like nearly a month. So we haven't training together on a ring. We have to talk the match and train on the round
Mm.
until the morning of the show. We set the ring up, and then we training on the ring for a little bit. So it was a hard day for everyone, but in the end, uh, everyone were happy with the show, because it's it give everyone the experience about how the live wrestling is all about.
Yeah, you gotta run the ropes and you gotta get used to the rope burn under your
Yeah,
armpits and stuff, right? So,
yeah.
so do you feel the fans enjoyed the ring show a lot more versus the mat show, or maybe about the same? How did the fans feel?
Yeah, they enjoy both of them, but I know they was really happy for us because they have follow us since we are a small club. So right now, when many of my friends they came to me and they said that we were so happy to see yeah, you guys all on the ring because right now you are like something bigger and uh, and we give everyone exactly what we want, the experience, the new one. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, we're about to wrap up here. So if there's any more questions for Rocky, make sure you send them in. Thank you everybody for watching live here on MKW's Facebook and YouTube. And we do have a question right now. So from Lam Sun, from Championship Wrestling Hollywood fan here. Congrats again to the first show with a ring.
Thank you.
There's a statement there from Lam Sun. Thank you.
This is the first time I know his name. He support me since the MKW show.
Thank you, Lam Sun. All right, next one. Pumi, have a statement here from Facebook.
Oh,
Brother
my
Rocky,
good brother, my good brother. Hi, Pumi, my good brother. Without him, there wouldn't be a show, a match show in Vietnam. You know.
Thank you, Pumi. DJM from YouTube. When you are not wrestling, what are some of the things that you like to do? Some other things that you like to do. What are your hobbies?
Yes, my hobby is playing video game.
Yes.
Console, yes, console, not PC. I'm so bad. And
Which games?
performing. Weekend, yes, a lot right now. I enjoy Call of Duty, Warzone, and many sandbox game. Yeah, because and fighting game. I'm fighting with my sister.
There you go. All right, anybody, any more questions from a PA here? Edgar from Facebook. What's the current situation for wrestling shows in Vietnam right now during the pandemic?
Oh yes. The COVID-19 just come back like 2 days ago in Vietnam, so now everything is shut down.
Oh, shut down again.
Yes, even our operations. So we will stop everything until we have further notice from our government.
All right, so nothing going on right now, unfortunately.
Yes, but in the future, I really want to collab with more promotions in our region. I'm happy to do that, you know.
All right. Koi Chong from Facebook. When will you sign with the WWE?
When will WWE sign with me? You know, it's if you are a wrestler, so it is your dream. That really really big, and you have to work on that a lot. And so not only me, my team. I want every one of them try harder to get to the next level. Not even WWE, if you can make there, but you can make maybe in our region. That's enough for all of us.
All right, reach for the skies.
Yes.
Good luck with that. Okay, Edgar from Facebook. How accessible to foreigners is wrestling training school in Vietnam?
Two for right now, we're really happy to have everyone to training because I don't know what happened anywhere, but right now in Vietnam it's free. It's totally free because we want to give everyone a chance. So whether you are a foreigner or a Vietnamese, if you really love wrestling, just uh, try your best at our tryout. If you pass, you're in.
Well, there you go. That's open invitation to anyone near Vietnam. Go contact Rocky. So just a follow-up question on that. Like the training, is it in Vietnamese language, or will you be able to train in English, or
Both,
both?
because it's just something we can translate into Vietnamese is okay. But if we cannot translate, so we keep it in English. And if in my team right now, we got like 4 or 5 person that can speak English good enough. So if there is a foreigner want to come to train, it's fine.
All right, awesome. Maybe I'll come by. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so where can we find you on social media? Where can we follow you, Rocky?
Right now you can follow us like on Facebook. Yes, at Rocky Huynh, yeah, also, and Rocky Huynh, the Awesome Taurus, Vietnam Pro Wrestling, yes.
And those are all on Facebook?
Yes, all on Facebook right now. Vietnam Pro
Okay.
Wrestling, Rocky Huynh, and Rocky Huynh, the Awesome Taurus, because Rocky Huynh is my personal page. And
put the wrong one
YouTube,
in.
yes, and YouTube is Vietnam Pro Wrestling.
Okay, make sure you guys follow all that if you enjoy Vietnam Pro Wrestling. And if you like me, please follow me on Twitter at Leung. Oh yeah. And of course, follow MKW on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. Facebook and Instagram is MKW China. For Facebook, we're almost reaching to 15,000 followers and likes. So make sure you guys keep spreading the word of Middle Kingdom Wrestling. YouTube is Middle Kingdom Wrestling, and Twitter is MKW Wrestling. Sorry, MK. Oh yeah, it is MKW Wrestling. Okay, got that wrong. So yeah, make sure you follow us on all our social media. All right. All right, another question we have here. Lam Sun, will the latest show be uploaded on Vietnamese Pro Wrestling YouTube channel? Latest
Yes.
Wrestling show, I believe.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
When will that be?
Maybe in the next 2 or 3 weeks, I will start it upload match by match. Not all the show at the same time, but match and another match from next week, maybe.
All right, thank you, Lam Sun. Oh, this one's still on there. Hang on, let me take this off. All right, we're about to wrap up here. So let's go back to the first ring show. So there was a lot of people in attendance that were there since the beginning of you're going back to Saigon Pro Wrestling Club. Could you feel their excitement as if they were in the same adventure as you for Vietnamese wrestling? Finally a dream come true for you guys to get a ring and to perform in a ring. Did you feel the excitement of the fans?
Yeah, we we can feel the excitement when the wrestler he took the first bump of the show, because that is completely different with the match show. Because with the ring, everyone will hear it really loud, so it will got everyone attention, and the experience it will be different. Would be different from the match show, because right now, like I'm in the audience right now. So if the guy was on the ring, it will higher. So it will cut everyone attention better.
Yeah, the ring is quite a spectacle in my opinion. It's just good to
Yeah.
see a wrestling ring in the middle of the stage. All right, so I only have one more question left. So you talked about this a bit earlier about the COVID situation. So let's just say COVID is done. It's everything's good. You can get back to shows. What's the future of Vietnamese pro wrestling? Sorry, Vietnam pro wrestling.
Yeah.
Any future plans other than you mentioned collaborating with other promotions, but any more? Have more shows, or what do you plan to do?
Have more wrestlers and the third female wrestlers, because right now in Vietnam we only have male wrestlers. So I wish there will be a female wrestlers in the next maybe in the next years.
Maybe fly in Viva van, huh?
Yeah, that was a good idea.
How would the audience feel about intergender wrestling if you face Viva, let's say?
I don't know, but right now because wrestling is entertainment, so everything can happen. But in Vietnam, there is some limit, and there is you can cross, because the image, your image will be we will have bad reputation maybe. So I'm still considering about that. In Vietnam right now, we want to have a good image, like we want to show the beauty of wrestling. No violence. Yeah, just the many amazing move. Yes.
All right, awesome. All right, we're about to wrap up here. Is there any more questions from my production assistant? I believe no. Or maybe the last few questions here. DJM, what are some things you hope to accomplish in your wrestling career?
Yes, I want to be the international performers. Yes. Even though I really hate traveling around, but I would love to be on every show of everyone.
All right, make sure you promoters out there, make sure you book Rocky. All right,
Please book me.
there you go. Any more questions here? All right, I guess that is it. All right, folks, thank you for watching Chinese Wrestling Sit Down here on MKW's Facebook and YouTube. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time, August 16th, for another guest to be decided. So make sure you stay tuned to MKW's Facebook, Twitter, social media, and all that jazz. Thank you, Rocky, very much for joining us here today. So you guys have a good rest of the night or day. And yeah, we'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Good night, everybody.